Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So, what's it, a couple of weeks ago I pulled out my my Red 5 Power of the Force 2 electronic X-Wing from the loft. And one of the main reasons I decided to find it again was after seeing one for sale in the Film and Sci-Fi Museum in Milton Keynes. And I remember buying this X-Wing because I had the smaller version, which I think came out in like 1996. I've still got that, and that is that's electronic as well. It's quite basic, but then I'd never seen this before. I was at a Showmasters Showmasters Star Wars event in Cheshunt, because they did a few. They also held a toy fair there as well. This is back in the late 90s and early noughties when I used to go, and I was with my my ex-girlfriend at the time, and it was amazing because I was collecting the new Power of the Force figures, and then when I saw this, and I don't know how true it was, but the guy said it was only available in America. I can't remember how much I paid for it. Maybe, I think I probably paid like £50 or £55 for it back in, this is like 1999, and I absolutely love it because I remember he showed me in the box. You could actually, I'm sure I've still got the box somewhere safe in the loft, but I think you had to you could press a couple of buttons or in the box, you know, like when they've got a little hole in the plastic and you can touch the buttons, you know, for a demonstration. But I think this X-Wing still holds up today. So I've literally just put some batteries in it. And I assumed it was the same sculpt as the Antok Merrick X-Wing version, but yeah, Chaffy Futter says it's not. So I've had a little look. I just assumed it, and they're not the same sculpt at all. They're the same scale, same size, but not the same sculpt. But they do exactly the same thing. But I would say that I prefer this one more because it's more of a toy. So I'll just show you what it can do. So I think all the Vintage Collection X-Wings, they have this same issue where the wings are a little bit top heavy. They just don't sit right. So that's do you know what? That's not bad at all. That looks really good. So that's the wing mechanism. Do you know what? I can't remember whether I had to stick these stickers on myself. I think I did have to stick the stickers on. I can't remember. I just can't remember. But look at that. It's a beautiful, beautiful X-Wing. It's got stickers inside the wings. And one of the things that, you know, the playability value. It's only got a missile. Which is well, I think, well, for a 90s toy, I think that's great. But I think Antok, is it Antok Merrick? Has he got a missile? I can't remember. Well, I'll have a look in a second because I wanted to compare them. But basically, I just wanted to have a go with the batteries in because I probably haven't played with this since the early noughties. So it's been in the loft a long time. But the Luke, and I showed this briefly when I got it out of the loft. But the Luke inside, he's the same. He seems to be the same. I don't know if you can see that. He seems to be the same sculpt. It's only the top half of the figure, the same sculpt as the actual Power of the Force Luke figure that was. I think this was released in like 95, 96. So that's a nice touch. But let's see what he can actually do. Now I'd forgotten. I mean, I've still got the instructions, which are in the box in the loft. So let's shut the mechanism for now. Without breaking it. Right, so apparently, well, I had a little mess about with it, but apparently, to kind of turn it on, you press R2-D2's head. Oh, I'd forgotten that bit. So I didn't realise it had lights in the back. So let's have a look here.
R2.
Oh.
Fire up the converter. R2. Fire up the converter.
I think it's got more. It's got more than one sound effect.
R2.
Maybe not.
Fire up the converter.
And if you well, I thought it did more than that by pressing R2's head. But let me.
R2. Fire up the converter.
I don't know. Maybe time's taking its toll. Right. Well, I don't know what's going on with it. So this is. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? Getting the old toys out. But this is the these buttons here. These move Luke and R2-D2's head.
I'm going in.
Oh, here it goes, a new one.
R2, that stabilizer is broken loose again. See if you can't lock it down.
Oh yeah, and his R2 lights up as well. Well, it's very hard to film this.
R2 trying to increase the power.
Oh, there you go, lights up.
Luke, trust me.
Oh, this is the best bit.
Luke, the force will be with you.
It's great, isn't it? It's absolutely.
Grid 5 standing by. Lock S4's in attack position. I'm going in. R2, that stabilizer is broken loose again. See if you can't lock it down.
Let me see if I can get those engines to light up. Oh gosh, I shot the missile. Let me see if I can get the engines to light up again.
R2, fire up the converter. R2, fire up the converter.
Yeah, well, it don't seem that the engines don't seem to light up. I reckon. I don't know how I did it, but I reckon I just had one, because this hasn't been used for like, well, a couple of decades. I think it had one last shot of the engine lights, and it's just blown. I don't know how. I didn't even know it had lights in the back. I swear, I'll have to play it back. I swear I saw lights. Let's look at the other features. So I'm sure that when you open the wings, it does make a noise. Maybe not. I'm sure it did. No, it doesn't. This is a nice touch. It's got a handle. Oh, it's got a handle, so you can hold it when you're flying around the room. And it's also got like a trigger. Let me close that properly.
R2, fire up the converter.
Shut that up. Yeah, the handle is nice, but not very screen accurate. But I like the handle. I think it's a nice touch. Let's. So that's just for shooting. Right, so that's basically what it does. I don't know what's happened to those red lights on the back. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I just want to get the Antok Merrick just to compare it quickly. And there they are together. So I've done a review of the Antok Merrick X-Wing quite recently, but yeah, I just wanted to compare the kind of sizes. So they do look exactly the same, but there are differences, such as the well, the ones I can spot straight away is it's a different mould, let's be honest, but it's thinner at the front of the Power of the Force X-Wing. I like the fact that Antok's is kind of painted on. You don't need to apply any stickers. I like the kind of weathering wash on Antok's. But I like the play quality of the Power of the Force Red 5. I've got to find out what happened to those red lights. I mean, did I imagine it? I'm sure it had red lights. I'm sure I just saw it. So maybe the bulbs just blew. But it is, so I'm sure it came out, I got it in 99, I'm sure it came out in 1998. So it's 25 years old. And I've had it 24 years. So it's not in bad nick. But yeah, I love it. I love Antok's Vintage Collection X-Wing. But I'd have to give Red 5 10 out of 10 any day of the week. It's so hard to film X-Wings because they're so big, but I absolutely love it. I think I've covered everything, but highly recommended. Definitely, I love the Power of the Force toys, especially the Stormtroopers. Even though people moan that they're too muscly like He-Man, but I think it's great. But anyway, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a bit of fun. Fun really, because I only got them out of the loft recently. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care, but it also helps the channel. And I'll see you in the next one for some more vintage. Well, does it count as vintage? I think it's 25 years old. Yeah, of course it does. Some more vintage Star Wars shenanigans. So I'll see you then.
Standing by. Lock in falls in attack position. I'm going in. R2, that stabilizer's broken loose again. See if you can't lock it